Oh, pardon me. We have a lot more to come on the Bloomberg Morning Show. Up next in the Bloomberg Web Watch, a look at Sportsline USA. If you're a sports enthusiast and you haven't heard of it, stay tuned. We'll be back after this break. Welcome back. Sportsline USA is an internet company that offers interactive programming and merchandise to sports enthusiasts. For a closer look now at the company, we turn things over to Bloomberg's Web Watch reporter, Monica Bertrand. Monica.
Thanks a lot, Susan. And joining me is Mike Levy. He is from Sportsline.com. And we want to talk a little bit about the numbers that came out last week for the company. You did have a wider than expected loss of 55 cents a share. That's compared to 44 cents a year earlier, or 41 cents a year earlier. But revenues were pretty good this time around. Tell me a little bit about where you saw the strength.
Well, we were actually in line with analyst estimates for both revenues and earnings, our losses. But revenues were strong, $13 million, and about half of that was in our advertising base. But we showed strong gains in e-commerce, moving up to 28% of our revenues. All of last year, e-commerce was only 12%. So we're starting to sell a lot of merchandise now.
Okay, now Sportsline.com is pretty much a site where people go and get sports information. You did mention we talked some months ago about moving into the e-commerce area, so that's showing some strength for you. But are you now competing with some of the other e-commerce sites like Amazon, because they've also taken on some sports paraphernalia as well?
Yeah, but I think we've got the audience. We have millions of sports fans visiting us, and we've got over 20,000 products for sale today. By the end of our third quarter, we'll have 100,000 products in our store and 200,000 by the end of next year. Now that compares with a large box retailer like a Sports Authority who might have 50,000 products. So we'll have a much wider selection of sports than you'll find anywhere.
Well, that's interesting because I noticed that your page views have increased. So I imagine that people are looking for not only the things that they want to buy from your site, but the information as well. You've added something else like fantasy sports, which is a big thing as well.
Yeah, and we've expanded into a lot of new areas since we last spoke. We're now producing the official site for Major League Baseball, the official site for the PGA Tour. We're producing all of the sports for America Online, for Excite, and for Netscape. So we're generating on our own site 8.5 million page views a day. But if you consider the reach and the traffic that we get through our other produced sites on Excite and on AOL, our reach far exceeds any sports site out there.
Okay. Are you really looking to move more in the e-commerce area? You're looking to do both? Are you spreading yourself too thin in any one area?
We believe that our real strength is in our content, and that's why people visit us. But when they do visit, if they're a golf fan and they're checking out the real-time scoring from a golf event, we're going to show them Callaway clubs for sale. And I think the contextual selling is what really makes us strong in e-commerce.
You've also moved into Europe,
yes.
And you have sites there. How is that working, and what are you offering people there?
Well, we've already got 30 people in our headquarters in London, and we're about to open up our UK site next week and our French site the following week. So going very well.
Okay, great. Thanks a lot, Mike Levy of Sportsline.com. And now we'll turn it over to Susan.